Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? With the sun, you can see it behind me. This is from the satellite imagery. The sun has exploded. I mean, massive solar flare. I mean, incredible. X-class. Look at this. X-class 1.1. I think that's going to get adjusted. I've never seen this type of eruption off the surface of the sun. Insane. Listen, guys, and it's crazy. I want to thank BP Earthwatch, who's watching, who sent me this and said, Paul, look at this. It happened at 3:23 a.m. this morning, this massive solar flare. And that's why, and a lot of you, I didn't want to break in. I know you guys are watching the webinar. But if you haven't got your ticket, you got time. You order the ticket right now, okay? You haven't missed a thing. If you haven't got the ticket, you can order it now. You haven't missed a thing. So pick up the phone. There you go. You got 2 different phone lines. You can call either one and get your ticket. If you need help, they'll help you get your ticket ordered and get the link to you ASP on the spot. Okay, so they'll do that. Or just go to our website. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com, and you'll get your link in just minutes. It's just that easy. So get it done, guys, and listen. And so here you're looking at this solar flare. I mean, this is insanity. This thing is gigantic as it exploded, literally exploded on the scene. And there's no question about it. But what have we been talking about? What's the name of this webinar? Apocalyptic signs. And we are certainly seeing apocalyptic signs. There's not a doubt about that. And think about this. We have a solar eruption today. X-class 1.1. We're going to have a lunar eclipse, a partial blood moon, tomorrow night. And then April 8th, we're going to have a total solar eclipse of the sun across America. X marks the spot. It's an incredible, we've talked about this, and we go into detail about that. And several of the speakers have a different angle on that, as well as all the other signs they talk about, including the southern border being overrun. And Doug Hagman does an amazing job on that one. Amazing. So, look, something biblical is going on. You can get your ticket right now. Get your ticket right now. Let me just tell you a little bit about this solar flare. You haven't missed a thing. You have not missed a thing. If you haven't got your ticket, you can do it right now. You haven't missed a thing. And this webinar, we're already getting feedback. People are saying, Paul, you could have said this was the best one ever, because it is. Jaws are dropping everywhere with this information that we can share. Let me tell you a little bit about this X-class. The sun just produced a massive solar flare of so strong it took 2 sunspots to make it. The duration of this X-class 1.1 solar flare was insane. And it came out of the AR3615 and the AR3615. These unbelievable out of the eruption out of this sunspot. Now, NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory recorded the double blast. It's like a double whammy. Incredible. It is called a sympathetic solar flare. A sympathetic solar flares are when pairs of flares occur almost instantaneously in a widely huge space sunspots. Not by chance, though, but because of an unseen, get this, physical connection. What? I'm reading the report. It's caused by an unseen physical connection. Nearly invisible magnetic loops in the sun's corona connected some of these 2 sunspots, allowing for an explosive instabilities to travel from one to the other. And some sympathetic flares are so much alike, they're considered to be twins. This one is almost on that category. It's incredible. X-Class 1.1, two of them almost simultaneously coming as one at us. This is a double barrel, guys. This is a double barrel. Oh, no, this update, we have an update. This X-Class event lasted more than 5 hours. Plenty of time to lift a CME out of the sun's atmosphere. And indeed, we're going to get whacked. And it's going to arrive probably Monday, March 25th. So the CME is going to hit us. I'm telling you now, in the next 72 hours, look for a major earthquake. Seriously, look for a major earthquake. It's just incredible what has happened on the sun, and it's just amazing, really, when you start getting down to it, just how these apocalyptic signs. Again, let me show you that picture for those of you just now joining me. I know you probably don't get notified. Two-thirds of you don't even. I think only about 10. I don't even know if 10% get notified. I really don't. And I just deleted that picture for some crazy reason. But maybe I can get it back. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can, right? I was talking and just deleted it, so let me grab it again. What in the world am I doing? Paul Begley technology for sure. Oh, here it is. Okay, let me get it again. It's just outrageous. It's outrageous. Explosion. Okay, it's outrageous. And so let me go over here and get off that, and then let me go over here and get this put down. All right. Are you serious, Paul Begley? Okay, so sorry. I got my mind was going to Moscow Massacre, as my next thing I want to talk about, because this is crazy. But I mean, this is insane. It almost looks like angel wings behind me there with flaming angel coming. I mean, it's amazing. But it is an amazing situation that we have right now, guys, with this solar flare. A double whammy. Boom, 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 boom. And this solar flare creates the impression of wings coming off the sun. Just an incredible event. If you haven't got your ticket for the webinar Apocalyptic Signs, you can get them right now. You haven't missed a thing. Get your ticket right now and start watching this, because these guys warn us of these very things. BP Earthwatch spotted this morning at 3:30 in the morning and sent it over to me early this morning, and it's an incredible situation. Meanwhile, while this is going on, we have the horrendous situation in Moscow. Really, it's just awful what's happening in Moscow right now. We thought it was 40 dead. When I went to bed last night, it was around 40 people were dead and 100 were wounded. But now after the dust has settled, if you will, there's 115 people dead and exactly 115 people remaining in the hospital. Okay? 115 dead, 115 wounded and in the hospital. It's just serious. It's beyond serious. It's a massacre, a slaughter. ISIS has claimed responsibility within an hour. The Islamic State group claimed responsibility for the attack, which was the deadliest in Russia in years, and has left 6,000 capacity concert hall in Moscow in flames with a collapsing roof. 11 people have been detained following this horrific massacre. The head of Russia's federal security told President Vladimir Putin today, according to Russian state news agency TASS. It comes after a white Renault with Tver region license plates, where the alleged terrorist was stopped near the village of Pkwy, close to the borders of Belarus and Ukraine, according to Baza Media. Russian media shared pictures of 4 of the suspects, and they were all in this car, and we have their names, and I'm not going to, don't even ask me how to pronounce it. This one guy's name's got 19 letters, the first name, and 12 in the second. I'm not even going to attempt it. It'd be awful if I tried to pronounce that. All 4 of those names, forget it. But I will tell you that one guy was 27, one guy is 25, one guy is 20, one guy's 25. No, one guy's 27, one guy's 51, one guy's 21, and one guy's 29. But 11 people have already been arrested. Some Moscow media suggest these terrorists could have escaped if they hadn't had Russian plates. It's just insane. The Moscow Massacre, the weapons they used, what they did at the Crocus City Hall, how they went into the theater there. There was a concert, a band called Picnic was getting ready to sing when these guys, the gunmen, came in, opened fire on the entire crowd of people, killing 115 people and wounding another 115 that have been hospitalized in the aftermath of the Moscow Massacre. Putin has been, of course, Vladimir Putin has been informed. He is extremely upset. Now, the United States did release, and this is kind of crazy, but the United States did, the State Department released from the U.S. Embassy in Moscow a week before, on Monday, and this happened on Friday night. On Monday, the 18th, they released that they had a lot of chatter, a lot of talk of a major attack was going to happen in Moscow. And the U.S. Embassy sent out a warning to all U.S. citizens: don't go to any concerts, don't go where there's large gatherings. That there's way too much chatter that there's about to be a major terrorist attack. That they sent that out on Monday, and then the attack happened Friday night. ISIS, within the hour, claimed responsibility of killing 115 people and wounding another 115. This is very bad, guys. This is awful, what has just happened. So pray for the people of Russia. Pray for the people of Moscow. Pray for the families. Pray for the families that have lost loved ones in this horrific slaughtering by ISIS on innocent Russian people at a concert. Pray for the families of the deceased. Pray for the injured, those that are in the hospital right now that have been wounded. Some of them are very critical. Some of them are children. It's just unbelievable. You're right, Tina. It doesn't make any sense. And that is a good question. Who is ISIS now? Because, when the Trump administration, first of all, ISIS began during the Arab Spring of 2011. ISIS just came out of nowhere, right? They came out of Iraq and Syria. Obama was president then. He had already pulled out of Iraq and left a lot of U.S. equipment there. And the next thing we know, there was this terrorist group that was created, and they came in using U.S. military jeeps, guns, ammunition, rocket launchers, everything you would need to go terrorizing. And ISIS was born. And then ISIS slaughtered the people in Iraq on their way to doing the same thing, slaughtering from town to town, city to city in Syria. And this went on for 2 more years, really. And then Trump got elected, and when he went in, within six months, we never heard of them again. They were completely wiped out for the most part. But even if you wipe out an entire group of people who's been doing these things, the ideology don't die. The demon don't die. It just possesses more people. Another group will form, and they will emerge again. And now they say they're in Europe. Well, during the Arab Spring, you guys do know that there was millions of people who migrated to Europe. They flooded the UK. They just about overtook Paris and France. They almost took over Brussels in Belgium. They flooded into Russia. They flooded into Germany. They flooded into these countries. There were some countries like Hungary that said, no, you're not coming in our door. But I mean, most of the, so you had millions of migrants fleeing into countries illegally, pouring into Europe, and then their ideology comes with them. And you can study human history. And that's always the fact. And you knew at some point there would be a regathering of folks with like-minded mentality, and ISIS is reborn. And you have to wonder how much fault lies with our government. I could go a lot further, but this open forum, so it's you'll get the message. Now, we've been interfering in a lot of different elections in different countries around the world. Putin is accusing the United States of funding this or supplying this or behind this slaughter in Moscow. There's just the United States is saying, look, we warned everybody on Monday. We heard a lot of chatter. Don't go to any concerts. Don't go to large gatherings. So you can see now that the propaganda from both sides is beginning. One thing I know is 115 innocent people got mowed down. And another 115 got shot, wounded, and are in hospitals. This is a really, really bad, guys. This isn't a good thing. And this is not a good thing. And I don't hope this isn't the beginning of this kind of activity spreading outside of Russia into places like Berlin or London or Paris or Brussels. You have to worry. Or other places of the world like Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Atlanta. I mean, you have to understand that this is the situation we have. So I'm just asking for prayer warriors everywhere. Somebody just said, awesome apocalypse. Okay. Yes, it is incredible. I just watched BP, Mike Run the World, and Jeannie and Mike. Wow. Yeah, all three of them were great. The webinar is off the chain, guys. So get your tickets. You haven't missed a thing. Get your ticket. You immediately will get sent a link. You can start watching. You haven't missed a thing, and you can watch any of the speakers in any order you want to. You can, and you have it for at least a year. You can watch it as many times as you want. So this is the moment, okay? This is the moment. I want you to be blessed. And so, again, you can pick up the phone and call us at 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. Or you can pick up the phone and call 765-414-6299 and order your ticket right over the phone. Or just go to our website, paulbegleyprophecy.com. paulbegleyprophecy.com and get your ticket there. Real easy, okay? All right. Guys, I'll let you go. Please pray for the people in Moscow, Russia. This is a terrible scene. But look behind me. Look behind me. That solar flare off the chain, a double whammy. Okay? Right here. Yeah, double whammy like that. Boom, boom. Explosion. And it's an X-Class 1.1. It will hit the earth on Monday, March 25th. Really, the pressure is already on us. I'm afraid you may have to look for a major earthquake during the weekend, during the partial blood moon, which is Sunday night. All of this leading to the eclipse. Unbelievable. 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 I'll be back. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Yeah, the signs are everywhere.